Come to the front of your mat and bring your hands to heart center. Inhaling, reach out and up overhead, maybe adding a slight back bend. Exhale, swan dive forward and fold. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, fold and step back to plank. Breathe in deeply and exhale back to downward dog. Inhaling, lift your right leg up toward the sky. Open up your hips and bend your knee. Inhaling, straighten the leg, level the hips, and exhale, bring your knee toward your chest and then over to the left elbow. Inhaling, lift your leg back up, open up your hips, bend your knee as you exhale. Inhale, straighten your leg, level your hips. Exhale, knee to chest and twist again, bringing the knee to touch the left elbow. Return to downward dog. Bring your forearms down to the mat. And then lift back up to downward dog. Inhaling, lift the left leg up toward the sky, open up your hips, bend your knee, and exhale. Inhale, straighten your leg, level your hips. Exhale, knee toward the chest, and then rotate at the waist to touch the right elbow. Inhaling, lift the leg up, open the hips, bend the knee, exhale. Inhale, straighten the leg, level your hips. Exhale, knee to chest, and then touch the right elbow. Return to downward dog. Inhaling, look forward and bring your forearms to the mat, and then walk your feet back, coming into forearm plank. Keep your abdominal muscles contracted, along with your glutes. And then on an exhale, lift back up to dolphin. And then come back up to downward dog, walking your feet forward to come into a forward fold, maybe wrapping your arms around the back of your legs, taking a moment there to give your arms a break. Breathe. Reach your arms forward and step the right foot forward, coming into a lunge, keeping the left knee lifted. Lift the torso to twist to the right, bringing left elbow outside the right thigh and right hand behind the back. If a bind is in your practice, you're welcome to reach back and clasp fingers. Release the bind. Keep your right hand on your thigh and reach your left arm up, breathing in. And then twist at the waist to bring the right hand to the back of the left calf. Release your arms down inside the right foot. Hug the right knee against your shoulder. Lift the foot and point your toes back. And then lift the right leg up overhead. Open up your hips and bend your knee. And flip over into Wild Thing, placing the right foot down next to the left. Reaching right arm overhead, palm facing the floor, and lifting the hips high. Return back to downward dog. Step the left foot forward, coming into a lunge. Lift your torso and rotate at the waist, bringing your right upper arm outside your left thigh, left hand behind the back. Feel free to take a bind here if you'd like. Breathe. Release the bind. Reach your right arm overhead and bring the left hand to the back of the right calf. Release your hands down inside the left foot. Hug the left knee against the shoulder and point the toes back. Inhaling, lift the left leg, open your hips, bend your knee, and as you exhale, flip over into Wild Thing. Breathe. Return to downward dog. Step your right foot forward, come to a low lunge. Bring your torso upright, lift the left foot, reach back with the left hand and grab the ankle. If you're feeling open, you can place the foot inside the left elbow. And if you're feeling more open than that, you can turn the left fingers to face the toes, pressing the palm of the hand against the top of the foot to deepen the quadriceps stretch. Release your foot to the floor. Sweep the right leg around behind you, lift it into the air in your tabletop. Reach back with your right hand and grab your foot. Press your foot into the hand to lift the leg high and take your gaze up toward the sky. Release back to downward dog. Inhale, come to plank. Exhale, lift back up to downward dog, firing up your core muscles. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward dog, drawing navel in toward the spine. Step your left foot forward, come to a low lunge. Bring your spine upright, lift the right foot, reach back with your right hand and grab the foot, maybe placing it inside of the elbow. Maybe taking the fingers facing up in the heel of the palm to the front of the foot. Resting the left forearm on the thigh. Breathe. Release your foot to the mat. Come to tabletop and sweep your left leg up behind you, lifting the hip. Reach back with your left hand and grab the left foot, pressing the foot into the hand to continue stretching a little further. Gaze can remain down at the right hand for better balance. And then release to tabletop, come down to your forearms and lift your knees up into dolphin. Breathe. Release your knees to the mat. Stand up on them and bring your hands to the lower back, setting up for camel. Lift your sternum high toward the sky. Maybe bring your hands to the backs of your thighs and let your head drop back. Keep your navel drawing in to support your lumbar spine. Keep your inner thighs engaged. And breathe. Returning to a neutral spine, come down to child's pose. Bend your elbows, bring your palms together and press your hands toward the mid-back, getting a deeper stretch in the triceps and the back of the shoulders. Bring your palms back to the mat and walk your arms a little further forward. Bring in the back of the left arm to the mat, bend the elbow and place your hand at the back of the shoulder. Lift the right shoulder. Create a little bit of a spinal rotation to deepen the stretch in the left arm. Release to child's pose, rest. Come back up to the forearms, bring the back of the right arm to the mat, bend your elbow and place your hand on your shoulder blade. Lift the left forearm and turn a bit to the left. Feel the stretch in the back of the right arm and in the side body. Breathe. Return your palms to the mat. Come to tabletop and then lower down to your belly. Bend your knees, reach back and grab your feet, coming into bow. Press your feet into the hands to help open the chest more. Release. Bring your forearms to the mat, lift your hips and knees and come into forearm plank. Keep your abdominal muscles contracted. along with your glutes and your quadriceps. Push into the mat with your forearms. And then on an exhale, lift your hips and come to dolphin, walking the feet a little further forward. Maybe walk the forearms back towards your feet and then lift your left leg into the air, one-legged dolphin. If you're feeling comfortable and strong, you can lift up into your forearm stand. And then release. Stand up on the knees. Come back into your camel. Open up the heart center. And maybe reach back, bring your palms to the mat behind you. Getting a little deeper stretch still. Step your feet out and come to wheel. Pressing your chest up toward the sky, lifting the hips, keeping the inner thighs engaged. Breath steady. And then return down to your back. Relax. Breathe. Hug your knees to your chest and gently rock side to side, massaging the muscles around your spine. Reach your arms forward and start doing some abdominal crunches. Exhaling as you lift your shoulder blades and head. Inhaling as you lower back down. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, crunch up. Inhale, down. Exhale, crunch up. And relax. Come up to seated. Cross your legs. Come over your knees to tabletop and then lower down to your forearms. Lift your knees off the mat, come to dolphin. Lift your left leg and lift up into forearm stand. From there, bend your knees, extend your spine from the thoracic, lumbar. Look forward. Keep pressing forearms into the mat to stay lifted up. And release.